Coming to you from my craft room. And today we're going to be talking about Black Bear ink on different bases. So the other day I got my hands on all of Black Bear's special little magical inks. And at first I was like, alcohol ink is alcohol ink is alcohol ink. And I was like, okay, whatever. But the more I saw other people using them, of course, I got FOMO. And so I wanted to use them. So I went out and bought all of them because they have the all or nothing Milli Vanilli connection where you could buy all the colors for a steal of a deal price. Use the code Show Me Chauvin from Black Bear Glitters. And I bought all the colors and I thought, So then I sat and waited patiently. And I didn't have to wait too long because their shipping is super fast. And I got them in and I tried them. And holy guacamole, which is super expensive right now because apparently the United States has some issues with Mexico and their avocado issues, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, they're freaking amazing and they're super bright and super vibrant. And so today I'm going to come on and show you what they look like on a metal base and what they look like on a very, very dark blue / should be black, but I ran out of black spray paint. So we're improvising with dark blue. So we're going to go ahead and first mix our epoxy. And I use Epoxy Pro Marine. You can catch the link in the comments that either my mom or Bougie Sue is putting in there. And if you want to see me make cups nightly, you can catch me on the Tickety Talk. I'm Show Me Chauvin on everything. Except right now, we're on the backup, which is Show Me Chauvin Cup View. Just look up Show Me Chauvin, and you'll find us. We're usually having a hootenanny in Harlem. So I use Pro Marine on my cups because it's the best. And if you don't think so, well, you suck. So, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. So I use Pro Marine. And I use them in these cute little pre-filled bottles because it's easier for my arms to lift. Because I'm weak. Only in my arms. Alright. And I use these little plastic knives to stir because, well, they were on clearance at Walmart. And I thought, ooh, those would be super cool to stir my epoxy with because they were 2 cents a pack at Walmart. And I thought, well, I'd be stupid not to buy these. So I bought them, all of them. So that's why I'm stirring it with a plastic knife. Because they were 2 cents a pack. And it was a pack of 100. And I bought like 7 packs. So for the next couple of YouTubes, aka TikToks, you're going to see me stirring with pink knives. Because that's what I got them for. So, and if you think that's dumb, well, judge yourself. So you stir it for about 3 minutes. So we're just going to stand here and talk to each other. So if you are looking for something to do for the next 3 minutes, you can give this video a thumbs up. Just take your little finger and just push the little thumbs up button. Or if you're looking for something and you're bored and you don't want to watch this, just fast forward it for like 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And so that's what you're going to do. And I know I haven't put out a video in a while, but life's busy. And I stir kind of aggressively because when you put it on your cup, you're going to heat it up. My arm hurt. Oh, it's from that cup. So I stir it pretty aggressively. And you want to get all along the sides and in between. And you want to kind of like get and grit it. So you're going to move it all around like the hokey pokey. And I like to do things live. I don't like to be like, hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. No, screw that. We're doing it live. You want to fast forward? Just fast forward. Just fast forward it. So, and I'm looking down here. I got notes written down. I got notes written down that I'm reading. And I'm also looking at some colors. So, all right. So to see if your epoxy is done from whatever you're stirring it with, which by the way, can I just give y'all a helpful hint? if you were stirring with one of those metal sticks that has the ball on the end and then it has the little, pointy part at the end, you're supposed to be stirring with the ball. And look, I don't really like balls, but I'm here to tell you that the ball is what goes in your epoxy. The stick part does not. You're supposed to put the balls in the wetness. I'm just saying. Please stop stirring with the stick pointy part. Stir with the ball. The ball is what goes in your epoxy. Okay. Whew. Balls bother me. I'm just saying. All right. So whatever you're stirring with, whether it be a 2-cent pack of plastic knives or the appropriate part of the ball, you're going to take your knife, ball, whatever, and you're going to lift it out. And as long as it's not jumping off your vessel of stirring, okay? All right? And as long as it's clear, you're going to go ahead and put it on your cup. You're going to put it on it, okay? So, and I'm going to move these inks. And this is what Black Bear's inks look like. They come in these cute little square bottles rather than those round ones. I like them better than the square ones because you can like get your hands on them a little bit better. And their caps are a whole lot easier to get off too. So if you've got kind of like grip issues or whatever, I think they're a lot easier to like get off and open. So, I like this. So, all right. And we're going to start with this cup. We're going to start with a light base. So I'm going to show you how to do it on the light base first. And some of y'all are thinking, hello, you did not prep your cup. Hello, mind your business. We're doing it on a silver base first. And you're going to see why. It looks so pretty. So one night I was hanging out with some friends who are so bossy, by the way. If you have TikTok friends, they are super bossy. And they were like, just leave it plain. You're going to see it's going to be so pretty. And I was like, what? Don't put anything on it. And they're like, no. It's going to look so pretty. And I was like, okay. And so I didn't. I didn't put any spray paint or anything on it. And y'all, it looks so pretty. So you're going to put a good amount, but don't don't slob all over your knob with this. You're going to put a good amount because you do want it to move, but you don't want it to look like calf slobber all over your tumbler, okay? You don't want it to be dripping. You don't want it to be, if you pick your tumbler up or if you heat your tumbler up and epoxy drips, you're doing too much. Like the kids say, you're doing too much. It's too much. Stop it. Okay? So, and you just want to go one round around. You spin me right round, baby. On YouTube, I can't have music. So I sometimes sing to y'all spontaneously. And you're welcome. All right. Now you're going to take off this glove. Most of the time, it's no glove, no love. Remember that in life, kids. All right. And you put on a fresh one. Because you don't want to open up any inks, which also, let me just say this about Black Bear inks. Black Bear inks don't leak like other inks. That rhymes with smim smolts. Black Bear inks, I find, don't leak like other inks. So that's also one good thing. Okay. So I'm going to do this fancy schmancy little rainbow ditty. Actually, I'm not. I'm not going to do a rainbow one on this one. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Let's just do, I don't know. What are we doing? Let's do a purple and pink. Let's do purple, pink, and white. Yeah? Purple, pink, and white. Let's do purple, pink, and white. All right. So to make a diagonal line, you're just going to go straight down because your cup is revolving. So you're just going to go straight down. Okay? So you're going to go straight and just let the cup rotate for you. You don't move the position of your hand except for it to go around. So, and I'm going to keep that open because I'm going to use that again. And I'm going to use white, okay? Is there a reason why you aren't wearing a respirator? The only person that requires me to use anything is myself. I don't use a respirator because that is my personal choice. I always say follow the requirements on a bottle that fits your needs. If the requirements on the bottle say so, then you should legally follow those things. It's not a law. It's a personal preference. My personal preference is that I don't wear one. That's my personal preference. But you do as you please, and I do as I please. It's not a requirement. It's not like we're trying to fit into a secret society of some sorts. It's always safe to use a respirator, especially if you have breathing problems like asthma or any of those things, but it's not like a law or a what have you. But it's a personal choice of mine. I do not wear one. I find that Pro-Marine does not have a very strong odor, so I do not wear one. And then the good thing, I also use Moss Brother turners, and I like their turners because you can move them and slow them and change them as you want. So I like them for that reason. And I'm going to add some white in here, and the white in here is going to make it go kind of like jumping jellyfish. It's going to be super, super pretty. And you're going to see it as it moves. It's going to be super nice. But to go back to your respirator question, I always say follow the requirements and the guidelines on a box. All right. So your white, I would just say follow your cup and go down one little and the white is going to spread kind of like a little and then I say go down one more time. Yeah, that's what she said. The same way. And just now what you're going to do after that is the magic is kind of in the heat of this cup, okay? The magic is kind of in the heat of this cup. So you're going to see as you go into it with your heat gun. And this one you might need to add a little bit more white. So you might want to add the white as you go. And as the heat is there, that heat is going to bring out so many different like swirls and twirls and different things. So just watch them as it starts to like kind of go around a little bit. And it's going to kind of give like a marbly, galaxy kind of effect. And see how it kind of swirls out. Now see one little baby spot that I missed, which is right there. It'll go around a little bit. Okay, that's good. All right, now, one of the things about it is this. If you want to, you can either let it like this and flip your turner the other way, okay? And stop it from moving. Or if you want your swirls to kind of have like dippets, just take your tumbler and lift it up. You don't need an expensive tumbler tilter or whatever. Just take it and move it. That's why I said you don't need a lot of epoxy on your tumbler. Just take it, pick it up, and move it. And it's going to make these like waves. I say leave your finger on the bottom like this, like just as like a suspension. Just in case your thing let's loosen fancy free. And it's going to give you these little like almost like extra waves and divots. And it's going to give you the extra waves and divots wherever you kind of like popped it with your heat gun a lot. So you see how they're kind of like making these little extra waves. So I'm going to hold it this way and kind of spin it. And see all the different like blends and combinations. See how it kind of gives that marble effect. And that's why you don't want to put a lot of epoxy on there. You don't need a lot of epoxy on your cup. You don't need a lot of epoxy on your cup. You don't want it to be this big sloshy mess. Does that make sense? You want it to almost be able to freeze frame. Okay? So I'm just holding it in this angle so that you could see it in this lighted angle. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to show you this next color base. Let me put it in my container. All right. So now we have kind of like a darker blue slash black. Darker blue slash black. Now this gives it a much more vibrant appeal. I can assure you. That gives it a more metallic color where you have like more like a shiny color underneath. Okay. This is going to give it a much more vibrant color. This is going to give you like you're going to see the vibrancy of the white and you're going to see the vibrancy of the colors more because of the fact that that dark is going to show up and make that white pop out more. So we're going to use a little bit more white and you're going to see the vibrancy of the color. So if you've ever used any other brand of alcohol ink before, like Smoltz alcohol ink, you can definitely see the difference in the vibrancy of those colors. And the comparison is bar none. And if you go to blackbearglitters.com, they have an all or nothing packet where you can buy all of the glitters. All of the inks. And so you don't have to choose, and the price is amazing. So you don't have to worry about it. But you can also buy them individually. So if you can't handle the budget for just a little bit. Oh, I had a little itch. All right. So this one I am going to do the rainbow. And if you would like to purchase either one of these cups, you can message me on Facebook or on the Tickety Talk. We usually go on the Tickety Talk after this. I'm Show Me Chauvin on everything. I'm Show Me Chauvin on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We have a group on Facebook. We also have an amazing group on Patreon where all the TikTok lives are going to be posted. And we do special crafts in there. We do raffles and games. You can also win a trip to our convention in the Patreon. So definitely join our Patreon group. It's $20 a month. So, all right. So I'm going to go just straight. No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to do it like this instead. I'm going to do the little bits. And you'll be able to see. And at first you might think, well, you can't even see those colors. but you will in just a minute. So just be patient. And it's a trust. This is a trust the process cup. This is definitely a, you have to trust the process. You can't like complain about it. So, and you can't be like, you can't even see the colors. Me, 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 me. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Except for somebody to be like, God, you complain a lot. Oh, I wanted to get, but I guess this is what we're doing. I wanted a different green, but I guess this is what we're doing. I do want a different, in a middle green. I want it in a middle green. Oh, I don't know. I have a different one somewhere, but. Oh. That'll just have to be this one. So this is, like I said, this is a trust the process. Because you think you can't see the colors, but I promise you, in a little hot baby seconds, you're going to be able to see them just fine. And it's going to be beautiful. And you're going to be like, holy smokestacks. Because right now it just kind of looks like a cup that I'm just covering in black and mud. But it's not, I promise. I'm going to need like a light baby pink on this one. Oh, that looks nice and gross. All right. So like I said, this is a trust the process cup. So I'm not sure what you could see on your end. But when you put this white on there, you're going to see a lot. Okay. So I'm going to do 2 rows of the white splickets. But I'm going to put a lot of the splickets, if that makes sense. Okay. So you see how this is. I'm going to first let it come around to you so you can see how it picked up these colors. Do you see it? How it picked up those colors like super, super bright? And it even made these like little cells in it. All right. And now I'm going to do one more row of the like spigot things again. Come back here. And now I'm going to hit it, pop it with the heat gun and let it do that like marbly smooshy smoosh. And if I need to add more white to make the white more definitive, I will. So I keep my white kind of on hand, but watch on your side as it comes around, okay? So and watch how they kind of like mesh into each other, but the colors don't lose their definition. And then you want to kind of get off of it. Like, get off of it. Don't stay on it. Like, don't stay in one spot. And you want to move around a lot. And then once you're happy, get off of it. Because 2 things are going to happen. You're going to end up with either meshing them too much, or you're going to end up with a beautiful brown cup. Does that make sense? So once you're good, like once it starts to move, get off of it. But I have to be honest with you. These colors really don't mesh, meaning they haven't browned. So it's taken a lot to make these colors brown. I mean, like, they move really well without mingling so much. So you got a lot of wiggle room with these Black Bear glitter inks. So, I mean, you really have a lot of wiggle room with it. So, this is the Black Bear ink collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you like them. Please make sure you use the code Show Me Chauvin. It saves you some pennies, and it definitely helps us out. So be sure to go and use them. But this is it. And if you'd like to order either one of these cups, you can hit me up on Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. You can just smoke signal, bat signal, homing pigeon, whatever. Y'all have a great night. Be good to everybody. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all. I don't know how to end.